You are watching Fights.live, brought to you on Friday Night Fights, brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino, and we are live from the Broad Street Ballroom in Lower Manhattan. My name is Ariel Agami, and this is Phoenix Carnivale, the host of the In Fighting Shape podcast, and we have 3 more exciting bouts straight ahead for you on Fights.live. In Phoenix first, we have a unification amateur bout between 2 sluggers. Mike the Machine Chirico takes on Kenny Juggernaut Jones.
This is an interesting matchup because these are both super athletic guys, but 2 very different bodies. Chirico being the stockier of the 2, we know he likes to load up and throw huge leg kicks, and we've seen him be very successful with that before. And then Jones, just a huge guy. I mean, longer range, a little bit taller, but he might actually be a little bit faster because he's not as stocky. So we'll see. We know that they both have knockout power, though, and we've seen that with both fighters.
This fight will take place at 185 pounds. Mike Chirico putting his WKA Northeast Regional title up for grabs. Kenny Juggernaut Jones will put his 185-pound Friday Night Fights belt up for grabs in this unification bout, and still 2 professional fights ahead. After this, it will be Bartosz Botwina taking on Greg Rowe, and after that, Eddie Martinez against Danny Malek. But for now, it's Chirico going up against Jones. We send it to Larry Legend for the introductions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fight.'s live broadcast of the Friday Night Fights co-main event, live from Midtown Manhattan here in New York City on Facebook. Tonight's bouts are brought to you by Lucky Strikes, Mohegan Sun, Budweiser, the Super Rare Shop, the Tourism Authority of Thailand, and the Muay Thai Authority. All of tonight's bouts are sanctioned by the World Kickboxing Association. For the first of tonight's broadcast matches, Mike Chirico versus Kenny Jones. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the introductions. This bout is a unification title bout. Kenny Jones holds the Friday Night Fights Amateur Cruiserweight Full Rules title. Mike Chirico holds the WKA Northeastern Full Rules Muay Thai title. Introducing first, standing to my left, fighting out of the red corner, representing Stay Fly Muay Thai, this is Kenny Juggernaut Jones. And his opponent, standing to my right, fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mike the Machine Chirico.
All right, gentlemen, you got your instructions in the dressing room. One nice, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. In case of a knockdown, go to the neutral corner that I tell you to go to. Remain there until I call you out. Any questions over here? Any questions over here? Fight fair, fight hard. Touch them up.
You are watching Fights.live, and you are about to see a slugfest in an amateur title unification bout between Mike the Machine Chirico, who you see on the left side of your screen wearing the dark blue trunks with neon green lettering, and Kenny Juggernaut Jones out of Stay Fly Muay Thai in Philadelphia wearing the silver trunks with black and purple trim. And here we go, the first of a scheduled 5, but don't be surprised if it does not go that long.
Again, you know, Chirico having the more muscle might be a little bit of the slower of the 2 fighters, but we shall see. Jones trying to establish his jab and his distance right away. Chirico trying to close and cover up that distance.
Chirico, very much a pressure fighter. 8-1 with 4 knockouts to his credit as Chris Wagner checks him out in a neutral corner.
Chirico, powerful, throws in his boxing. Jones clinches up. And Chirico just so strong. He's got the body lock right now on Jones. Jones trying to create distance and space so he can throw his own knees. Nothing happening, so Chris Wagner breaks him up.
Kenny Juggernaut Jones, 6'4". Chirico 6 foot even. So Kenny ideally would like to use that reach advantage, but Chirico crowding him thus far in round 1.
Chirico seems comfortable using the clinch. Beautiful execution there on the dump. So what he did was with the trip, he kept his knee behind and just threw Jones over his own knee. And that's why he was able to dump him to the canvas with such efficiency. Oh, you saw that little short hook that landed.
Now pausing the action once again. Perhaps Kenny going low.
It also gives Jones a little opportunity to recover. There was a short hook landed by Chirico during that exchange.
Again, folks, you're watching Fights.live, and this is Friday Night Fights brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. We come to you live from the Broad Street Ballroom in Lower Manhattan. Ari Alagami alongside Phoenix Carnivale. And click that like button, folks. We are so happy to be with you once again for this live portion of our show on the longest running Muay Thai series in North America. And you are watching a unification amateur title bout between Chirico and
big
Jones.
shots being landed here by Chirico. Chirico on the hunt. Jones trying to recover. Oh, overhand. Puts Jones on his butt. Jones gets up but gets a standing 8. Well deserved. You can kind of see the lights go out a little bit. Flickered for a second in the eyes of Jones, but he got right back up because he's tough and he's willing to fight.
And he lost the mouthpiece here. And that is the end of round 1. So Kenny Jones answering in impressive fashion from a brutal knockdown from Mike Chirico, and that's what he's known for. Hard-hitting Mike Chirico, a.k.a. The Machine. He represents Vision Quest Muay Thai and trains under the great Primo Bellarosa.
Chris Wagner letting everybody know, count that as a knockdown. He's walked up to each individual judge and let them know that it was a legit knockdown, it was not a flash knockdown. He's taking a look at the fighter now. You can see Justin Grechkowitz taking a look at Jones, making sure he clears his cobwebs and that he's okay. He looks fine, he's recovering and he's taking some notes. Chris Wagner with a healthy eye on Jones after that knockdown.
Impressive recovery by Kenny Jones right there. Took a mean shot from Chirico at the end of round 1, but he was able to recover. And again, this is scheduled for 5 rounds here, folks. 2 belts on the line. Chirico's Northeast Regional title from the WKA and Kenny Jones's Friday Night Fights belt in the 185-pound weight class. So here we go in round 2. Chirico coming forward to begin. Another combo capped off with an uppercut by Chirico, and that's how he got the knockdown in round 1.
You see Jones really trying to use that jab to keep Chirico at bay, but Chirico is just kind of duck his head and then move forward regardless of the jab.
Kenny Jones has not been able to extend so far, and he takes a solid kick to the lead leg from Chirico there.
He really should be using his kicks more as opposed to his jab more almost, because you see Chirico's not afraid of his punches and will just move in.
Kenny Jones comes in on a 4-fight win streak as Chirico dumps him to the canvas again.
Another nice sweep. We saw he just with the power of Chirico bringing his legs underneath. Now, when you see a big, powerful guy like Chirico, you can think, all right, well, he's muscular, he might be a little bit slower, but he's come out very explosive and very fast.
Kenny Jones comes in with a record of 12-6. Chirico 8-1. And hardware on the line for both of these men as a big left hook lands over the top for Chirico. And now a right hand has Jones up into the corner. And again, Chirico just flinging Jones down.
Just excellent understanding of where Jones's weight is when Chirico has him cornered. And that's why that's working for him. Jones has got to be careful about reaching down to catch leg kicks. You know, he keeps his head completely open and available. All you have to do is fake and come up top. Chirico, you know, we don't really know him for head kicks. We do know him for big punches.
And round two comes to a close with Chirico on the attack once again. Primo Bellarosa liking what he sees from the big man. Again, Primo runs Vision Quest Muay Thai, which is a part of the Westchester Fight Club, which Mike Chirico owns. So a team in a few different senses of the word there in the blue corner, Chirico and Bellarosa. They're looking to bring a couple of belts back home after this fight tonight. Again, folks, this is Fights.live. You're watching Friday Night Fights, brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. We are live from the Broad Street Ballroom in Lower Manhattan. The second of 4 bouts to be broadcast live to you this evening. For the folks watching on Facebook, we saw Joe Razor Sharp edge Nashiro Chiloff in a unanimous decision victory a bit earlier. Here, 2 amateur titles are up for grabs, and coming up next, a 5-round professional bout between Greg Rowe and Bartosz Potwina. And after that, our main event, Danny Millette and Eddie Martinez lock up in another professional bout. So a ton of action on the longest running Muay Thai series in North America. We're underway in round 3 of a scheduled 5. Kenny Jones trying to get something going here against the dangerous Mike Chirico.
Big uppercuts landing, a little bit of what we would call dirty boxing as he was holding on to each other, as they were holding on to each other.
Chirico more comfortable fighting at 190. Came down for this fight. Doesn't look any worse for the wear against Jones, who was trying to keep a forced fight win streak intact.
Nice. His legs are probably a little bit beat up too.
That lead leg has been getting peppered by Chirico through the first 2.5 rounds. And
yeah, you can see it's hurting him. You can see him like just really not on balance. Now he's limping. You can see him limping.
Staggering in the ring because that lead leg just very hard to put any pressure on it right now, and some blood coming from the lower lip of Kenny Jones now too.
The thing is, it doesn't just mess up your lead leg. It also messes up your ability to punch. You don't want to put your weight on that leg. You can't even really kick that well because when you're shifting your foot from position to position, it's really hard. I mean, and it starts to stiffen up after a while too. Right now, Mike recovering from yet another shot to the groin. And you can see,
I give Chris the Cannon Wagner credit. Our referee spotting these low blows have been visible to me here in the corner of the ring, Phoenix. But Chris Wagner has seen them all, and he has admonished Kenny Jones, who might be in survival mode right now. Past the halfway point of round number 3. We're scheduled for 5. But Chirico might want to bring this one to an early end on Friday Night Fights. Now he attacks the back leg of Kenny Jones.
Yeah, that's very smart. You take both legs out of somebody very tall.
The Juggernaut doing all he can to survive and get some offense going, but Chirico keeps on pressuring him.
He has an opportunity to throw big shots to the head too, because you can see that he's trying to reach down for those low kicks. And he could fake a low kick and come up with an overhand right, or he could actually throw the low kick and then continue to throw that big power shot. But they are here in the clinch, and as we've seen, Mike's not uncomfortable there. You know, he does a good job of spinning his opponent around and keeping him in that corner where he wants him, and then doing some damage to the legs with his knees.
Final seconds of round number 3 tick away, and Mike Chirico continues to exert control in this one. Again, you're watching a unification title bout from the amateur ranks, folks. Mike Chirico putting his 185-pound WKA men's amateur Northeast Regional title up for grabs. Kenny Jones putting his 185-pound Friday Night Fights belt on the line tonight. So the winner of this bout will walk away with 2 championship belts when it's all said and done. You're watching Fights.live, folks. We appreciate you joining us on this Friday evening from New York City. Ariel Agami with Phoenix Carnivale from the Broad Street Ballroom in NYC. And Mike Chirico, the Tuckahoe, New York native, looking to bring a second belt home, Division West Muay Thai. And folks, if you like what you're seeing on Fights.live, share this post right now. Click that like button and get us some more eyeballs on this great action from Lower Manhattan. Underway in round 4, Chirico and Jones. Chirico in the dark blue trunks with navy green lettering. Kenny Jones in the silver trunks with black trim.
I have a feeling we're going to see some more elbows in this round as well. Neither fighter really using the opportunity to elbow while they were in the clinch. We saw lots of knees, not so many elbows. Oh, big right hand. Who needs elbows with that? And an uppercut.
Chirico has Jones staggered once again.
Oh, that leg kick. Oh, that inside leg kick.
And again, Chirico, like a bull, just putting his head down and shoving Jones back into the neutral corner. Again, folks, if you're watching us on Fights.live, share this post. We want to let everyone experience this great Muay Thai action. Chirico and Kenny Jones duking it out.
Oh, man,
Straight
stiff
left.
jab.
Another one.
Stiff jab.
Chirico now being a little more selective as he attacks the back leg of Kenny Jones. Another straight left sneaks through the guard of Jones. And another one for Chirico.
That was beautiful because he faked going to the body and came up top. Feints and fakes, people, especially when someone's taller, you got to get yourself in, and Chirico used that well.
Like Kenny Jones snuck a right hand in a moment ago. And again, that mouthpiece unstable in the mouth of Kenny Juggernaut Jones. Chirico continues to press the action here.
What a chin on Jones, though. He's very tough. He's taking a lot of shots. He's still trying to move forward. He's still trying to punch, even with that beat up left leg.
Time winding down in round number 4. Chirico. Oh, landing a knee to the thigh and another one as time expires.
And remember, he's beating up that left leg. Those knees to the thighs, they hurt, and they especially hurt when that leg is already dead.
My goodness. Trying to Charlie horse Kenny Juggernaut Jones right out of the ring here.
Yeah, you see Justin Grechkowitz kind of keeping Jones's legs up as basically to help with the blood flow so the blood doesn't settle down. So that's why he has Jones's legs up on his own thighs.
Kenny Jones, an incredible story, 32 years of age. Just 10 years ago, he weighed 350 pounds. He got into martial arts to try to lose weight. He started training with Justin Grechkowitz, and he had nearly cut his body weight in half and started fighting in the amateur ranks. He's picked up 12 wins along with a championship belt. He's trying to make it 2. But Mike Chirico has other ideas. The Visit Quest Muay Thai product under Primo Bellarosa. Perhaps one round away from snaring his second championship belt on Friday Night Fights. And again, folks, you are watching us live on Fights.live. It's Friday Night Fights brought to you by Mohegan Sun Resort and Casino. As always, the great sportsmanship between our competitors as round 5 of a scheduled 5 gets going.
Yeah, see, really nice mixing up his shots, going low and then coming back high.
Chirico.
Oh, Chirico just pummeling that uppercut, huge uppercut, snaps his head back. Chris Wagner's going to take a look at him. This is the second standing 8.
Chirico unloading. He knows time is winding down. And folks, share this post right now. This is where the action will reach its pinnacle. Our fifth and final round, Chirico tries a Superman punch out of nowhere, then he simply flings Kenny Jones to the canvas, and Chris the Cannon Wagner says, "What are you doing, Mike?"
Yeah.
Unnecessary there from Chirico. But
It's weird to say unnecessary roughness in a fight, isn't it?
Indeed, Phoenix. But Chirico trying to send a message here in the final minute of this unification bout. And Kenny Jones has been under duress this entire fight. But he is in there tough. He is hanging in, doing everything he can to fight off Chirico.
He's got to start getting those knees around. That's why a lot of these groin shots have happened, because he just lifts his knee up. You're not going to generate a lot of power that way. And he's got to kind of swing those knees around, do those side knees. He would have had more an opportunity to score there under the ribcage of Chirico.
Chirico trying to close the show here as he backs Jones up.
Oh, there you go with that leg kick again. You can see Jones really having a hard time even standing on it.
Now he attacks the back leg. Chirico varying the attack. And a straight right sends Jones back and down for the knockdown. Again, Kenny answers the count from Chris the Cannon Wagner. And that's it. My goodness. Well, Mike Chirico gives Kenny Juggernaut Jones all he can handle on Friday Night Fights. A ferocious battle between two champions. But one man will likely walk out of here with two belts around his waist tonight. Mike the Machine Chirico and Kenny Juggernaut Jones go the distance. Chirico scored a couple of clean knockdowns and also forced Chris Wagner, the referee, to issue a pair of standing 8 counts. The lower body of Kenny Jones under attack down the stretch in this fight. And the big man, the taller Jones, who relies on his length at 6'4", did everything he possibly could just to stay on his feet. Impressive job by Kenny Jones. Impressive job by Mike Chirico. One of these men's belts is about to change hands right now. Again, you're watching Friday Night Fights via Fights.live on Facebook. We're so glad you could join us tonight, folks. Please share this post and click the like button if you're enjoying the action from the Broad Street Ballroom in Lower Manhattan. Our Phoenix Carnivale is standing by, ready to interview the victor. And Primo Bellarosa wasting no time. He's already put Mike Chirico's belt that he brought into this fight back on. So we go all 5 rounds in this amateur unification title bout. Chris the Cannon Wagner summons the fighters to the center of the ring. Tremendous heart from Kenny Juggernaut Jones and Mike the Machine Chirico. Let's go to Larry Legend with the particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 5 hard-fought rounds, the judges have awarded this bout as a result of unanimous decision. The blue corner, Michael the Machine Chirico!
So Mike Chirico, now a 2-time champion. Phoenix Carnivale is with the man known as the Machine.